Okay, fourth time because the music was still too goddamn loud. Okay. Played 3 matches. Beat blue white. Lost narrowly to green black Phyrexian and Obliterator aggro bullshit. And then got obliterated by red black because I just hate playing against that deck and I make horrible decisions. And I've never played against it with blue black control, so I just fucking conceded game one because I missed a Dreadhorde Arcanist on their side of the field, which I could have killed, which might have put me in a good spot. And then game two, they just bulldozed me because they do that sometimes. So I'm gonna keep this. I basically keep any functional 7. So if my opponent ever fucking goes, I'll get on with the match. I'm playing blue-black control with Drown and Lock as a 4 of because it's the best removal / counter spell in the format. Thoughtseize and Didn't Say Please just really make this basically almost always a hard counter. So that's a big reason I like this over blue-white control. It's mostly Drown and Lock. And I mean, Thoughtseize is like the best interactive spell in the format. And then Eliminate's pretty good. You have Fatal Push, Blood Chief's Thirst. And then white just has fucking nothing. Like, Cast Out, which is kind of a joke. And then, what's it do? Alright, that's interesting. Yeah, blue-white doesn't have anything besides Teferi. And they even banned the little Teferi because, people bitched about it. Even though most decks don't play at instant speed at all. But they still bitched. So Wizard banned it. They banned Omnath, so I can't play that deck, which I would. Because God forbid aggro decks have a challenge, right? Okay, I have no idea what they're doing, so I'm gonna put this on black and Thoughtseize them. Oh, it's fucking rogues. Oh god, I hate rogues. I hate this deck so much. I hate rogues. Mill should never be an aggro control strategy. Like, what the hell are they thinking? Which is worse? Thieves Guild Enforcer's worse. I'm surprised they didn't, flash. Oh, they don't have black. Duh. Oh, why the hell did they keep that? That is a horrible hand to keep. Like, you have this, but this, like, no. What are you doing? God. Well, it's a stupid deck, but my opponent is not great with it, so hopefully I'll be able to pick up, an easy win here, and then be able to win one of the subsequent games. I don't play best of one because it's bullshit. It's like aggro or just ridiculous ramp decks. I'm not looking to fuck with that. Just play this. So if this goes well, and I get, my rhythm, so to speak, with it, I'll make it a regular thing, and do at least one match. My goal was to play 5 and then kind of edit it into a league, like you would see on MTGO, but my average match time with my typical controller is like a half hour. That'd be like 2.5 hours. I'm not gonna do that. Nobody would watch it, and it would take forever to upload, and it's just a pain in the ass. So probably just one. I'll record a bunch. Right now I'm off because of COVID stuff. So I should be able to get a lot recorded if I really put my mind into it. And since I am trying to prepare for their historic challenge or whatever, I'm going to counter this because it's 2 spells and yeah, if you can always counter the spell side of those, they won't be able to cast the creature side, and then it's good, gone, done. So I like to do that. I'm just going to run it back because I don't really... I've only played against rogues in standard, so I don't know what they're doing in historic. So there's no point in sideboarding if I don't know what the hell I'm looking for. I don't have any anti-mill cards anyway, so it's probably not going to help that much. But yeah, if I like this, I'll just keep doing it. And if the subscribers come to it and watch the videos, but I mean, at the very least, I can just kind of like go over my play. That'll be nice. I think I'm pretty good with control decks, but I don't know. I do well at like F&M type of events. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know why it takes this so fucking long to sideboard. Like, your main deck is already set up incredibly well to beat mine. So, like, what the fuck are you doing? This should not take a minute, like 2 minutes now at this point. There, finally. Hopefully I finally got the audio checked, because on the last one, I thought it was alright. But, it was loud. I couldn't hear anything, really. So, now I can barely hear it, so hopefully it'll be alright. Tap land, but the rest is decent, so I'll keep. I basically keep any functional 7 with control decks. And my logic is, if it's good enough for modern, it'll probably work in this format. I kind of want to turn 1 Thoughtseize, because I'm going to be behind on tempo anyway, and they're a tempo deck. So I might as well just go ahead. Like, this is a way that I can get some tempo back, basically. Because next turn I'm going to play this, and then I'm on 1 mana. I can't play anything else for 1 mana. So, yeah. That's my reasoning for doing that. I don't care about this very much. The counterspell, that's going to cost 4 mana to do that. I'll take the counterspell. I really hate counterspells like this that are only good in creature decks. I don't think the little annoying creature decks need counter magic that is like specifically for them. That's like really, in these types of decks, this is a better mana league. It's a power crit mana league. Control has almost nothing. Like, my counter spells are like specific build arounds. This isn't really a build around. This is play little annoying creatures and then you have a better mana league. So I don't like that at all. But that's the way it is. And personally, I think playing a control deck in this format is suicidal, but whatever. It's the only way I enjoy Magic, honestly. So play this to keep up my counter, and then pass. Luckily, this does do a really good job of fueling this, so. If they don't play anything worth countering, just make a 2/2 shark, and the following turn, same thing, I'll make a 3/3. I don't care if this hits me for 1. It's not milling me, so damage doesn't really matter. How the hell does this work? Turn unblocked. Yeah, okay. Turn an unblocked attacking rogue. Oh, he just hardcast it. Never mind. I was like, what? Odd. Actually, let's just. Do I want to cast Extinction Event? Because I keep my shark if I go odd. Yeah, I'll just cast Extinction Event. Because, like, this. I'm not worried about this. It's like. The, inverse of Tarmogoyf. Kind of. It's sort of like a Tarmogoyf, but not as good, and like, I just don't care about it that much. I can kill it with. Oh, I don't actually have that. Whatever. I can make a 3/3 shark and trade with it, which I will, or hold up a counterspell. I don't care if they hit me for damage. Like, they're not gonna aggro me out. Most likely, they're gonna mill me. I could hold a counter spell, but it's not like this is a horrible play, right? So, yeah. So I'll just do that. Trade here. Oh, really? You leave Heartless Act in against blue-black control. Okay. I didn't even use... Did I use Shark Typhoon in the last game? I might have. I guess that's a reason. That would be a reason if I left in the Shark Typhoon, but I don't remember if I did or not. Yes. No attacks. Let me see that. Yeah, because then I'll turn this on. Yeah, now Drownalog just counters anything in their deck. Well, it doesn't counter into the story, but what does that do? Target opponent reveals their hand, choose an outline card from it. Venture that player owns from exile. They spent 3 mana at sorcery speed to do that. Yeah, I'll counter that. I'm gonna lose a card. I don't want to lose my Serpent because I can flash that in, and basically, I just kind of win on mana. So, oh wow. Okay, well, they use 2 cards for my 1 card that I can. Well, let me just take this. You only have 1 creature in play. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Because now all I have to do is play this, get a land, I'm at 7 mana. Ashiok, bounce that. Then next turn I'll go Lockmere Serpent. They have 1 card in hand, so there really isn't much that they're going to do to me, I don't think. Yeah, they just kept that. So they kept their overpriced Tarmogoyf. Now I can just kill it if I want to. Yeah, so I got lucky game 1 because they kept a horrible hand. And now I'm just winning game 2. So maybe this isn't as bad as it is in Standard, but this deck in Standard, Rogues is just fucking obnoxious. I hate playing against it. It is terrible. For my decks. I don't know if it's any good against the rest of the field. I avoid Standard until Coronaville drains out, rotates out, because that set is just awful. It is so insanely pushed. Like, I don't know how, like, why anyone's even bothering to play Standard. And there we go. Just, yeah, opponent kept a horrible hand game 1 for some reason. That didn't take long, so I'm gonna just record another game. Because I really don't think that the audio is gonna be an issue this time. It sounds fine. I played my 40 lands. Easy. Every control player wants to see 750 gold for playing 40 lands. Easy. Easy money. I figure that was about 10 minutes, so I'll just do another match here. And then check it out, edit out the part where I go through Streamlabs, because that's what I'm using. And, yeah, 4 lands, scry, draw 3, essentially. I'll keep any functional 7. I'd rather have good mana and be able to draw 3 additional cards than go to 6. And my opponent went to 6, so Narset sleeves, hopefully he's on blue-white. That'll be a fun match. No, it's fucking Sultai Ramp. I'll keep that. If this is just Sultai Ramp, I have a pretty good win record against Sultai Ramp with control. Bye. Maybe they take this. I hope they take this. This is going to be really good late game. No, they took that. Okay. Yeah, Thoughtseize is just the best interactive spell in the format. And that's why I wanted blue-black over blue-white. I just think blue-white's really bad. Which I've already said, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. but I just think it's terrible. And yeah, I know Brad, what's his name? Barclay, I think, won some high-profile tournament, but the exception to the rule, you know. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, so obvious misplay there. I could have swore I had a swamp in play, but luckily I'm not punished horribly. But that was bad. That was really bad. And I will play Fable Passion next turn, so if he doesn't do anything, I can do the same thing with the castle here. His life total really doesn't matter that much. Like, late game, it'll get to a point where all of his shit is just massive and wrecks me. So I don't really value my life total very much in this matchup. As long as I have one, you know, I'm able to win the games, it doesn't matter. And he doesn't care about his because he's got 8 million copies of Uro. I do think Uro should be banned in this format, along with Muxus, Neoform, and Ulamog. Because the decks that those cards all see play in are not fun, and they're kind of just annoying. They're incredibly annoying. And aside from those cards, I feel like this format's actually really good. So I think they should just ban those 4 cards. Like, I don't want Uro banned unless they're gonna ban the other 3. I mean, they could ban the other 3 and leave Uro around. I think Uro is the least problematic because the gameplay that Uro promotes is at least interactive. The Ulamog decks just run you over as quickly as possible, and they're surprisingly hard to interact with. And then the Neoform decks are just stupid. And same thing with the Goblins. Like, Goblins is already a really good, grindy, mid-range, potentially aggro deck if you want it to be. They don't need Muxus. Like, Muxus is just incredibly pushed. Like, I think the Elf deck needs its Allosaurus Rider guy. Elves is like kind of shit without that. But so I think that card's fine. But Muxus is just way over the top of anything that anyone else is doing. It's insane how good that is. And like, I don't like tribal decks at all, except fairies. But fairies never get any good support because one time back in 2007 they were really good in standard. And that was it. Same thing with Merfolk. Like, I don't fucking do anything for Merfolk. He's probably got a lot of removal, so this isn't gonna live. I am surprised that lived. What the hell did you keep in your hand? I'm gonna swamp. Reason being, Lockmere Serpent can sacrifice swamp, draw a card, gain a life. Well, how much did you use? 4? What is that? Destroy all creatures with rare mana cost 3 or less. Oh, I need to get some of those. It's got 4 mana up, and I have a bunch of counter spells. I'm gonna counter that. If he plays Uro, I will counter it. Oh wait, I won't be able to counter. Damn it. Yeah, misplay again. See, I'm misplaying. Oh, opponent. Oh my god. Well, that's how you get good at Magic. Like, you just misplay less than your opponent, and then you'll win. Apparently. Yeah. Okay. What do I want? Thoughtseize. I like it because I can hit Nissa early, and that's the one card that I can't beat. It's basically Nissa. It looked like they were just Sultai, so I shouldn't have to worry about Dovin's Veto into Teferi. I can't beat the 4-color deck at all. Like, that one is just basically a control deck that goes way over the top of what I'm doing. Um, yeah, but Sultai, the only card I care about is Nissa. And this answers Nissa. This is coming out because they have Narsets. I'll bring my own Narsets in. And Disdainful Stroke. I want negates. Fucking get in there. And that. So I gotta cut, what, 6, 7, 10. I gotta cut 5 cards. I could have just looked up here. Okay, gonna cut. Sometimes they have Shark Typhoon. But this also kills Nissa, so I'm leaving this in. I'll cut 2 of these because it is hard to always counter with that, but I still want some. One of those, and then damn, see, 1 Shark Typhoon. They'll leave in some amount of removal, and then 1 Into the Story again because of Narsets. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm gonna do that because I won game 1 pretty handily there because they didn't do anything. Could bring in Ashiok, but I don't know. I want to try not bringing in Little Eye. It's hard to resolve early. And, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what else I'd cut. So, I'm going to go with this. Sure. You could argue that I put this back because I'm on the draw. I didn't put it back because they're slow. That's basically the only reason. Both lands come into play tap, so I'll play the one that lets me scry. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I should get this online quick enough for it to be relevant. That'll be fine. Now I could play this island, though, to hold up negate for Narset, but I have eliminate, so I'm not that worried about Narset. And if they play Narset, I'm looking for cards. Narset doesn't let you take land, so there's a chance that they just kind of like, you know. Yeah, that's fun. That's another, like, he's annoying. He's annoying as fuck, right? But it's just a 3 mana Explore that comes back later. When you have cards in your graveyard, it's just a grindy fair card. I'd never lose, almost never lose to Uro. What I usually lose to when I play against this deck is Nissa. Every time. Uro is almost never a problem. Like, they just play him, and then I usually kill it, and like, I don't care. Yes, it allows them to go, like, to keep card parity, but that's their main card advantage engine. So if I play like a bunch of draw spells in my control decks like I normally do, that's their version of that. So like I don't mind Uro at all, really. Like there's not really any good planeswalkers in this format that draw cards. So that's kind of the role that Uro is filling. So I mean he's annoying, but I don't think it's anywhere near as offensive as Muxus. Or Ulamog. Ulamog's a stupid card. I'll kill this. Because I have 4 counter spells for the planeswalkers. And then I have this for Nissa. Yeah. Should be alright. I have more counter magic than they do. The thing is, they have mana advantage. And when you have a mana advantage, you don't really need as much counter magic because you can kind of just, you know, force your threat through while holding up a counter spell or 2, and then I have a whole hand of counter magic, but if I can't play it, like, what the hell's the point? Like, it doesn't matter. I run at least 25 lands, so it's kind of ridiculous that I don't draw my lands, but whatever. I won game 1 easy, so I guess I can't really complain. And you just let this resolve every time because it doesn't really matter that much. Yep. And now he can't even unearth it yet or escape it. Unearth is an old ability. It makes you sacrifice the creature at the end of the turn. I'm gonna let it resolve because, well, yeah, I'll let this resolve because they're gonna draw the cards anyway. So I'll just eliminate it. There's no point in wasting a counter spell on it. If they hadn't tapped out, then I would counter it, probably. No, I still wouldn't counter it. Yeah, there's just no point in countering that. You just kill it. Yeah, so that doesn't matter either most of the time. And I'm still not drawing lands, so I'll cycle this. Unless they play something that I have to counter. I'll just use 3 mana. And now here comes Nissa and I lose. Or they'll counter it. Yeah, no, Nissa and I lose. Doom Whisper. That's interesting. What the hell does this do? Pay 2 life, surveil 2, flying trample. Okay, I don't know. That's not that pushed. What? Like that's just a good 5-drop. Cool, I might want these for my deck though. That's not bad. It might be a nice... Well, I mean Ashiok is better, but... Yeah, I don't know, I've never seen this card before. That's pretty cool. I'd much rather this than Nissa. Well, if Nissa killed me last time, why counter Narset? I can't beat Narset either, basically. And that'll just find them in Nissa. But I can't draw a card, so they'll just grind me out. I have no chance at that point. And I need to draw cards because I'm only stuck on 3 lands. If I was not stuck on 3 lands, I would very easily win this game, I think. Because all they've done is cycle, and they apparently don't have anything else. So I think I would have been pretty well set if I hit my 4th land drop, but 13 cards in and only 3 lands in my 25 or 26 land deck. Yeah. Like, I'll keep playing, but I think it's over. Oh, shit. I like these over Watery Grave most of the time because you can cycle it late game. But when you're stuck on lands, it's a pain in the ass to draw these. So not being able to double spell is seriously screwing me over. Narset, yeah. This is why I cut the frantic inventories in one of the other ones, because if they stick Narset, you're just fucked. I actually wouldn't mind this card being banned either, because it basically, whenever you put a non-Narset card advantage spell in your deck, you have to ask yourself, how fucked am I if my opponent plays Narset? And it's just a pain in the ass. So I actually wouldn't mind seeing Narset go either. Basically for the same reasons that they banned Little Teferi. It's just annoying. There's no busted Faithless Looting decks in this format. So Narset's static ability is just, it's not like a necessary evil like it was back in Modern. It just punishes control decks. Like, you either run Narset or you get fucked up by Narset. So I don't like that. I'm going to attempt to kill this now, because there's no, like, they're tapped low on mana, right? So if I can kill this now, I'll Aether Gust this on top, or they'll probably put it on top. Uro players really like their Uro. Now I'll wait till it attacks me. They can escape it. Yeah, this matchup is only going the way it is because I didn't draw lands. Had I hit my land drops, I'd be fine. But oh well. Game 3 it is. That's like the least bad thing they could do. Yeah, because I can just Aether Gust that when it attacks me. Just wait for the draw trigger so they don't draw the Uro. Oh, God. Alright, now unless I hit... I don't know what. Extinction Event doesn't even help. So I need Eliminate or Drown in the lock. Then I have the Aether Gust. So yeah, one of those would be good. Actually, Extinction Event is not what I want to draw, because I can't answer both of these. I didn't hit either. So, Uro doesn't have Trample. So I can gust this on attack, and then cycle for 2. Wait, 1, 2, yeah, cycle for 2, and jump Uro. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Fuck it. Gonna cut 5 cards again. It's a pain in the ass. Got this. I'm kind of going all in on Ashiok, so this is good if I can ever get it down. It's bigger than all their stuff. But how many lands do I play? 6, 10, 14, 18, 21. Yeah, 25 land. Like, I should not struggle to hit land drops that much. Like, if you played Magic and Paper, you'll know that in a 25 land deck, that almost never happens. Like, it just doesn't happen. You have to get really unlucky for that to happen. To me, it happens all the time here, though. I don't like it. I'm gonna cut this. It's good, but it's like the most least impactful card that I have. Like, cause I really like Thoughtseize early. I can get it. So I'm just gonna cut the Ether Gust because I like everything else more. Ether Gust is not as vital in this format as it is in Modern, because there's no Titan decks in this format, thank God. Unless I get Thoughtseize to Oblivion, this is a good hand. So I'll play this first. Grab a black source with it. Birdman. What is the YouTuber Birdman? Oh my god. What did I say? Good hand unless I get Thoughtseize to death. Here's the fucking Thoughtseize. I hate this card unless I'm using it. Alright, you have to leave Eliminate in because cards like Narset and Hydroid Crisis will beat the shit out of you otherwise. So it's like a necessary evil, I think. Okay. They might have a counterspell, but I'm not going to play into their counterspell so they can turn around and play a Narset and just kill me, essentially. Like, I'm not playing into that. I think my deck is better going the draw-go route, so that's the route that I'm going to take. Oh. The reason I play this over Grafdigger's Cage is twofold. When I was putting decks together and using my rare cards, I didn't realize that Grafdigger's Cage was a part of the format. And even if I had, like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, it stops Uro, but that's all it does. I like Ashiok because in these games it shuts off their Fable passages or whatever if they have it. That's good. And then these games almost always go long, so you just mill them out. That's fine. I'll kill that on the end step if they don't play anything worth countering. If I have another one, I might be fucked, but we'll see. That's pretty good, but I just need a 2-mana counterspell. I don't care about that. I will be checking out Standard once the Keldheim set comes out because of the Frostbolt spell. I really like Lightning Bolt, right? And that's Lightning Bolt for a snow deck. So I'm thinking blue-red tempo control. with frost bolts and that fairy fucker and the giant stompy dude and shark typhoons. I think that'd be a pretty interesting deck. Yeah, so if he goes to escape this, I just counter it. Then I play Ashiok. And get to hold up another counter spell. He probably won't do that, but he may. And if I draw a land, I'll just go Ashiok with a counter spell up. So that way, if my Ashiok gets countered, I don't get killed by Misno. Alright, well. Shark Typhoon for 3 it is. Unless I need to counter it. So credit to my opponent, he's playing fairly well. I mean, I've seen people literally just, jam the Uro. Oh my god. What the fuck? This spell can't be countered, of course. Target opponent reveals their hand, exile all non-creature, non-creatures from that player's hand and graveyard. Fuck my life. What the fuck? I have never seen this piece of shit before. Fuck this card. Fuck this card to death. Goddamn. Are you fucking kidding me? You motherfucker. You fucking motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck? Like, Control has enough fucking shit to deal with, and then they print this? Like, what the? I can't even get a fucking 2-mana counterspell. And then there's this fucking shit. Jesus Christ. Fuck off. Like, I'm like, fuck that. What the fuck? Motherfucker. Like, seriously, what the fuck? God damn. I'm fucking done. Fuck that shit.